entrepreneurs more than ever want curated resources. Because of that demand, we've started the Vast Vault here at vastsolutionsgroup.com. My name's Ken French, again with vastsolutionsgroup.com. A number of people have said we want information that's curated only for specifically small business owners, entrepreneurs. Obviously, that's probably you, hence the reason you're watching or listening to this. We're going to go over some of the specifics of the Vast Vault beta, our program, our community that's been started here at vastsolutionsgroup.com not long ago, basically putting it together with feedback from clients here of our company. We've been around since 69. We know a thing or two about what we're doing. So why don't we get right to it? I'm going to show you my screen. We're going to go over some of the specifics of the Vast Vault and why it, who knows, why it might make sense for you. So, first of all, the reason we wanted to call it the Vault, we wanted it to be, what we would construe as a treasure trove of information for entrepreneurs, usually solopreneurs, usually real estate investors, maybe, a real estate investor or maybe even agent who has a number of employees, but usually pretty small numbers. So hence the reason we call it the Vast Vault. What we've now termed it is, membership is your key, because we think of it as something totally different from the rest of the marketplace. And I think you'll find that here pretty soon, that really it's a lot of information that we're supplying to business owners, discounts we're giving to business owners to help them really, not only, they might be brand new in the business world, or they might be, 10 years in, 20 years in, and trying to optimize and take it to the next level. Now, what specifically is the Vast Vault here? It's a comprehensive platform. It's built on what we call Einstein. It's our artificial intelligence platform that we've had since 2018, actually even before that, but it was really solidified in 2018. We had chatbots, et cetera, way before everyone else. Now it's kind of almost the normal thing. And it's really, that's how we built our business. That's how we've, become, tax, finance, and artificial intelligence as our moniker. So we help business owners in all those realms based on, as I've said, the platform called Einstein. It's a unique platform. It's built to really help small business owners in every way, but mainly, everything we do starts with tax. If we can lower tax liability for a business owner, I assume you'll be happy, right? If you're a business owner. At the same time, we also help on the finance component, and all really using artificial intelligence for us. And then we're starting to come out with something that's also for business owners as far as business automation, et cetera. Hence the term comprehensive platform. Entrepreneurial tools that are in Vast Vault, all our videos, all our audios, all our books, any of our publications, especially on the paid membership. Paid membership, by the way, right now is $29 a month. The introductory number of $29 a month. We have a free version, and that's for people who are, basically, just starting their business. Free information that's curated from us here at vastsolutionsgroup.com. Yeah, and when I say knowledge and expertise, as you see, we're talking about, we've been around since 1969. Another group that we do this enterprise with, Bob Bloom and Asset Defense team. He's been around doing, business for over 30 years. When I say business, I mean specifically law work, talking about asset protection, estate planning, and supportive community. Everyone in this community, it's a brand new community. It's growing very, very rapidly. Everyone's an entrepreneur. Basically, everyone's a real estate investor or has some part of real estate, to include crypto, by the way. So it's one of those communities that's a little different, because it's surrounding itself with entrepreneurs or solopreneurs who are trying to take it to the next level. As I mentioned, curated by, Bob and myself. vastassetdefense.com is the conglomeration of Bob's group and our group. And who am I? Ken French of vastsolutionsgroup.com. Again, company started in 69 under a different moniker, but now we've changed it so it's vastsolutionsgroup.com. It's a number of different consulting firms wrapped under vastsolutionsgroup.com. As I mentioned, tax, finance, and artificial intelligence. Who am I? Forbes.com contributor formerly for small business realm. So I know a thing or two about small business and how to help small business. 3-time author, and I live in Washington State. Asset Defense Team.com. Bob heads up. Bob's a very well-known attorney, especially when it comes to asset protection. Hence the reason I say he's the godfather of asset protection in the U.S. And that's no joke. He took over Jay Minton's business as an estate planning attorney, and he was truly the father. He's the one who started asset protection in the United States. He's the one who helped put together the law in Wyoming as far as the LLCs, and LLCs are a big component of asset protection. He's Dallas-based, meaning Bob is. let's get a little bit of the specifics of our offerings here at Vast Vault. Exclusive library of ebooks. All of our ebooks, we have over 10 ebooks that are specifically helping and put together for business owners who are entrepreneurs who are trying to do the daily fight of, taking it to the next level. Comprehensive resources. When I say comprehensive resources, all of our research papers, all of our daily papers that we put out that are to help business owners, specifically small business owners. Again, this is a very unique marketplace, if you call it a marketplace, because it's really made for the small business owner. There aren't very many curated places out there for small business owners, and this is one of them here at the Vast Vault. Hence the reason we, curated multimedia content. You're not going to find, specifically things made for small business owners, for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. All our videos, number of our podcasts, anything that's, specifically helping the small business owner. And discounts. This is a big thing. You get a discount to all of our services. If you're in the Vast Vault, if you're a member, if you've entered the Vast Vault, you have the key to the Vast Vault, you get 5% off our services and that of Bob's too. We also do give a number of different offerings throughout the, I would say, week, by the way, all the way to the month, year, that are there for the small business owner. We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. You're going to see one of the bonuses that we do provide, just a small bit of kind of a hint of what we do here at the Vast Vault. Now, I want to put together something that just kind of showed a little bit about the advantage. Why do this? Why spend $29 a month or whatever the case is? You have access, I say vital information because, we were one of the first to obviously get involved in artificial intelligence to help small business owners to lower tax liability, to help our business to transmit that information to small business owners. And we were well ahead of the curve with respect to artificial intelligence and using that as a business structure to help us with business automation and some of our clients have figured that out. So you're going to get some information that's going to be new and dear to your heart because it's quick to the marketplace. So that's the reason we like to say have access to entrepreneurial information is pretty vital. By the way, we're one of the first to get involved in crypto, started crypto in 2010. And by the way, I remember back in the day, I used to even pay employees part of their income and their bonuses based on crypto. And you could say those people are pretty happy, by the way. And some of our clients are very happy. We're the first to do crypto in qualified plan, by the way. So meaning, we're ahead of the curve. We like to think of ourselves as ahead of the curve now, more so with quantum computing, by the way. Fast communication with us, all the communication. We have someone who's on the portal. We have a portal inside the Vast Vault. If there are any questions in the Vast Vault, those are regularly checked upon. Collaborations, you can take advantage of the other relationships. There's over 200 or 150 people right now in the network, if you want to call it, in the vault, who are willing probably to do a collab. As an example, we have some people who want to do financing for real estate. We have people who need financing for real estate. Put them together. Boom. And I mentioned, it's the resources. It's the resources put together by Bob and myself, which are pretty unique in the marketplace because it's, think of it. There's asset protection, estate planning that Bob's group puts together. And then there are our group, tax, finance, and artificial intelligence, resources to help small business owners. That collaboration is equal to what I would call, solid resources. How do you do it? Join the Vast Vault, sign up, go to vastsolutionsgroup.com. On the menu, you'll see there at the top of the page, client portal, click which community, Vast Vault community you want to be a part of. There's two of them right now. There's a free one if you're just getting started, or if you want to, dive a little bit deeper and get some information that really can help your business take it to the next level. If you're one of those big hitters, you want to take it to the next level. Check your inbox, get the email verification, complete the profile on who you are. Not very much information is going to be requested, but it's enough. So we want to make sure that you're going to be a key component of the Vast Vault. You're going to help the Vast Vault members to get bigger and bigger and take it to the next level. Then explore your resources, see what you have, see what you now have as being a member of the Vast Vault, because you're now going to have that key to the Vast Vault where we love to tell secrets to entrepreneurs. Engage with the community. If you want to get some deals done, this community is one of those communities that you can get some deals done. Hey, I said there was going to be a bonus. We love giving out bonuses. Why? Because we want entrepreneurs to know that we're in it with them and we're here to help them. So yeah, $29, we can't do it everything for free, right? $29 a month is really, it's kind of the reason we're doing it. One, we need to cover our expenses, but two, well, we are going to be giving out bonuses as it relates to the people who are in the Vast Vault. One of them, the Entrepreneur's Manifesto, a collection of smart financial advice that I wrote. This is basically a number of articles that I've written when I was with Forbes.com and also with a number of different other publications that are really, for the entrepreneur, for the small business owner who hopefully, hopefully is successful, but then again, who wants to take it to the next level. Email info@vastsolutionsgroup.com, the term book. Info@vastsolutionsgroup.com. We'll ask for your address. We'll send you a copy of the book. And that's one example of what you get in when you are a member of the Vast Vault. That's just one little thing. There's a lot more things that you get within the Vast Vault. Once again, how do you get in the Vast Vault? vastsolutionsgroup.com/client portal. Then look for the community that is right for you. Now, this isn't for everybody. This is for people who want to spend a little bit of time on their business. By the way, as I mentioned, there's some artificial intelligence backing that we do. Well, to a certain extent, you're going to get some hopefully tax mitigation elements and strategies in the Vast Vault that's going to help you to lower your tax liability. So the $29 ends up being, free if you really think about it, because there are going to be some things in there that should lower your tax liability. Plus, there's some ideas in there that are going to, who knows, it's going to help maybe even make you more money. So the $29 shouldn't be a big deal. And by the way, even if it's a big deal, that makes me a little worried, because that means you're a small business owner that might be really struggling. By the way, I will also say that's tax deductible. So if you want to get a flavor of what we do for free, maybe go to the website, vastsolutionsgroup.com. Check out the website, number one. Then also look at the Vast portal. Go to the free option, or $29 a month. And I'm willing to bet you'll be very happy you did. Once again, my name is Kenneth French. Please go ahead and check us out at vastsolutionsgroup.com. We are so glad you came, and I'm sure this is going to be all worth your while. Once again, thank you very much. Kenneth French, I'm out of here.